Patriot, Nigel Farage skips Parliament return to cozy up with Trump allies in Washington. Nigel Farage has been accused of abandoning his parliamentary duties in order to play cheerleader for Donald Trump and U.S. Conservatives, sparking anger back home. The self-styled patriot and Reform UK leader will be conspicuously absent from Westminster this week as MPs return from their summer recess, missing the first Prime Minister's questions of the new term. Instead, Farage is jetting off to Washington, where he will double down on his anti-migrant crusade and rail against Britain's online safety and anti-hate speech laws. Farage's absence has triggered fresh criticism, with opponents accusing him of stirring division in the UK while pandering to America's far right. Over the past week, the politician has been accused of inflaming anti-migrant sentiment and encouraging protests outside hotels housing asylum seekers. Farage playing truant on the first days of the autumn term so he can go on another MAGA jet set tells you everything you need to know about the man, said Max Wilkinson, Liberal Democrat culture spokesman. He's such a big Trump cheerleader these days that he might as well don a stars and stripes lycra jumpsuit and MAGA pom-poms. A Washington tour with Trump's inner circle. On Tuesday, Farage is due to speak at the National Conservatism conference in the U.S. Capitol, where his topic will be, getting mass deportations done. The following day, he will testify before Congress on free speech, a cause close to U.S. Vice President JD Vance, who recently courted controversy in Britain by attacking UK laws designed to protect women, children, and minorities from harassment and abuse online. Farage is also expected to defend Lucy Connolly, a woman convicted of inciting racial hatred after urging on Twitter that migrant hotels be set ablaze. Connolly, who styled herself as a political prisoner upon release from prison, has been championed by Farage as central to his campaign. Yet polling reported by The Mirror this week showed most Britons disagree with Farage's stance. 32% said her 10-month sentence was appropriate, 20% felt it was too lenient, while only 35% thought it was too harsh. Mr. Wilkinson added, he should put his constituents first and do his job in Parliament, rather than flying to America to help his mates Trump and Vance meddle in British politics. The National Conservatism gathering, running Tuesday through Thursday, will also feature familiar faces from Trump's orbit, including Tulsi Gabbard, Trump's former director of national intelligence, and Steve Bannon, Trump's disgraced ex-advisor turned podcaster. The National Conservatism Conference is a hotbed for far-right and populist conspiracy theories with speakers like convicted fraudster Steve Bannon in attendance, said Georgie Lamming, director of campaigns and communications at Hope Not Hate. Yet Nigel Farage has chosen cozying up to the far right over representing his Clacton constituents once again. Bannon, 71, admitted earlier this year to defrauding donors in a private scheme to fund Trump's Mexico border wall. He was handed a 3-year conditional discharge in February, sparing him prison time under a plea deal. Clashing over free speech, Farage's testimony before the House Judiciary Committee on Wednesday will focus on so-called European threats to American free speech. Republicans on the panel argue Britain's Online Safety Act and the EU's Digital Services Act pose dangers to U.S. companies by restricting content, particularly when it comes to online age verification and protections for children. The hearing, titled, Europe's Threat to American Speech and Innovation, claims European regulation endangers Americans' right to free expression online. Platforms like Twitter and Reddit could face steep penalties if they fail to comply. Farage is already reported to have had a fiery run-in with Democratic Representative Jamie Raskin, the most senior Democrat on the committee, during a recent London visit by U.S. lawmakers. According to reports, Farage branded Raskin pig-headed during a heated exchange over Trump's impact on free speech. Raskin, who had been giving a historical overview of the First Amendment, turned to the dangers Trump poses. "We're not here to talk about Donald Trump," Farage interjected. Raskin later recalled, "Farage said that I am a guest here, and I should act like a guest. And I told him that he was a host, and he should act like a host." Farage retorted that Raskin was the most pig-headed person he'd ever met, prompting the Democrat to fire back, "This is why we had a revolution against you guys." Vance versus Britain. Farage's American ally, Vice President Vance, has long attacked the UK on free speech. At the Munich Security Conference in February, he accused Britain of backsliding, pointing to safe zones around abortion clinics, designed to shield women from harassment, as proof of suppression. When Sir Keir Starmer confronted Vance in the Oval Office that same month, he dismissed the Republicans' claims. Vance argued, "We do have of course a special relationship with our friends in the UK and also our European allies, but we also know there have been infringements on free speech that affect not just the British, but also affect American technology companies and by extension, American citizens." Starmer shot back firmly, "We've had free speech for a very long time, it will last a long time, and we are very proud of that." Quote,